Welcome to Season 8, Episode 7. It's been a while between episodes, and there's a reason for that, and we'll get into that. I'm Hunter Logan, of course, and this is Unmiked. Now, my wife, Roy, breaks her foot, and that came with a lot of new challenges. So I'm a full-time caretaker again. Not that I'd ever stop being a full-time caretaker, but this comes with a whole bunch of new challenges. Because it seemed like she was getting better, and she was doing more things on her own. But breaking her foot, well, that slowed it down. And then that came with some more challenges. So, of course, that puts things that I'm doing on hold again. And it's just part of it. It's how it is, how it's been. So we get her foot looked at, and she's got to wear a boot. They don't put it in a cast, but it's in this boot. Well, the time of wearing this boot, her back starts to get jacked up more. And she's going to therapy. And her sister's bringing her in her car. And her car is one of those, I think it's a Toyota Camry. It's one of those hybrids. It's half electric, half gas, I believe. Anyway, it sits low to the ground. Well, her sister decided to hit a big pothole. It was actually a hole that was off the side of the road. And it jolted her really hard. And she had to go straight to the emergency room. So that came with some new complications as well. So she can't sit, she can't walk, she's in constant pain, to go along with the rest of the stuff that she's got going on. So, for lack of a better word, it's an ordeal. And we don't have 24/7 care. We don't have someone to come in and help during the day. We still aren't getting disability for her. The lawyer is still at this time fighting for it. She's been turned down 3 times by the disability people. It's ridiculous. And so we have a court date that's coming up in December. Now, we've already done the court date this episode. But the time this is happening, this is August. I'm doing this episode in December. But this happened in August. So just to tell you how far I'm behind in this podcast that I'm doing. That also puts a halt to me working on my music. Working on putting out a new album. And I don't have the time now to put that out. So it's frustrating in some sense. On the other hand, I have an obligation. And I took that obligation once I got married. And that is to my wife, to take care of her. So I'm not upset in the fact of I have to take care of my wife and can't do my music. Now, if you've listened to any earlier podcast episodes, you would know that when I was doing music early on, that would be a problem. I would be upset because the music was always first. That's not the case these days. God is first and my wife is second. And music, I don't know where that's somewhere down the line. And music falls somewhere. But it definitely doesn't fall ahead of my wife anymore, as it once did. So if it gets put on hold, it gets put on hold. And I'll get to it. In fact, I am blessed to even be able to do music again because I felt the Lord had took that away from me. And that is what I had come to accept. I just figured I was done, but I'm not. And I'm grateful for that too. So now attention has to turn to getting her better. Now we're still seeing a neurologist, but this neurologist is just seeing us every so often. I guess about every 6 months. And just kind of looks through the chart and maybe ups a dose of medication or decreases a dose of medication. Nothing's getting better. And we're waiting to go to Shreveport to see their neurologist. The neurosurgeon who did the operation on Roland's neck, God had given us favor with him because he was the one who looked into the case of the transverse myelitis for Roland. And he set us up with the neurologist there. Only problem was it was going to be a year before we get to see him. But when we finally got to see him, he did more for us in 45 minutes than the other one did in the whole year and a half we've been going to him. Because we learned a lot of things we didn't know. That's the thing about LSU Medical in Shreveport. They're always learning new methods. They're always studying new things. And so there's things that can be done. So that was quite encouraging. So actually, I'm bringing her tomorrow to an appointment for her back, for them to look at it, to check it out, because transverse myelitis is lesions on the spine. Now, from what we can understand, out of these lesions, several things can happen. Well, the neurologist didn't tell us that here, right? So anyway, I'm encouraged by that. Hopefully that's going to put her on the road to recovery. Now, this all happens in August, her breaking her foot. Now, we wouldn't see the neurologist in Shreveport for the first time until October, the end of October. And now we've took all the tests and everything. Now we're going back tomorrow, which is in December, which is when I'm doing this podcast. And I'm just telling you this to put you in the time frame of everything, because it's been so long in between. And that's why it's been so long between the podcast. From episode 6 to now episode 7. That's what August had brought. Or September comes, and I'm going to try to finish the CD. I still have songs to record. Basically, the CD is finished. I've wrote the 10 songs. They're finished. So I just need to finish up the CD now. I have the songs wrote. There's just a few of them that I need to get recorded. And then I need to get everything done to release it. And this time I'm going to have a video to go with the single that I'm releasing. So if I time everything right, the single and the video will come out together. That's my plans anyway. Man, I want to have that for November. I want to have that done for November. Of course, it doesn't work that way. It gets done, but it doesn't get done to where it comes out at the same time, and I can do it. And there's things that happen that stop it from happening. So I'll tell you about that in episode 8. But we're back on track here. And going forward, I think we're back on track. I'm looking forward to 2025. I really am. I'm going to try to be more consistent with a lot of things. Also getting rid of a lot of things. We're going to switch up some directions. We're getting rid of a few things. God has showed me a lot of things, I should say. That's it for now. I'm going to leave you right here. Thanks for listening. TheHunterLogan.com. That's the website. I'm on social media. TheHunterLogan.com. That's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter. Man, I'm really trying to get my YouTube channel going. The video is on the YouTube channel. It's on the website. Single is on our website. You can get it for free there. All the music on this album is going to be free on our website. So you can go download it for free. Or you can go to any of the other music outlets and get it. It's there. Hey, I love and appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one.